Yo, what's up? You searching for tech news? Yeah, dude, I got some right here. Tech one, man. Hey everyone, and welcome to News Ton. I'm your host Aris, and today we got some interesting news. Let's get started. New iPhone 13 dummies just recently leaked along with cases. And guess what? The cases don't fit the current 12 series models. So different, huh? iPhone 13 dummies have been sent out to various companies that need them, typically case or accessory makers. And this has led to inevitable leaks. Marcus Brownie aka my man MKBHD just shared a photo. This time all 4 models are shown in white, while they look the same as last year. Just slightly move the camera placement, and no, the vanilla iPhone 13 is not larger than the 13 Pro. It's just slightly offset. The 2 models will continue to be the same size, even though they don't have the same screen. Only the 2 Pro models will have LTPO panels with 120Hz refresh rate, while the other 2 will stick with 60Hz. Now some cases that already have been produced doesn't fit well over the iPhone 12 models, as cameras and button doesn't quite line up, so you cannot use your old one. And banks and accessory makers in China share a photo of something. This will probably be used to make molds for iPhone 13 cases. So what do you think of the design? Leave a comment. Speaking of Apple's iPad Pro 2022 models, both 11 and 12.9 inch will feature mini LED displays, said Ming-Chi Kuo. A new investor note was accessed by Mac Rumors, and it suggests that Apple is planning to introduce mini LED technology on many of its devices next year, including MacBooks. A new investor note by analyst Ming-Chi Kuo suggests that this will be the new normal, same with iPad. Kuo claims the mini LED display technology will not be limited to the 12.9 inch model, but will also be made available on the smaller 11-inch iPad Pro as well. A recent report from Bloomberg claims that the 2022 models may support wireless charging. Apple is currently testing a glass back for the iPad Pro to enable wireless charging and attempting to try out reverse wireless charging. Apple is also reportedly looking to introduce 11-inch OLED display panels on vanilla iPads in 2022. Man, a lot of iPad changes, huh? Google Pixel 6 and 6 Pro full spec leak, and custom chipset confirmed. BOIS, Google's expected to launch the Pixel 6 and Pixel 6 Pro smartphone this fall. And now John Prosser says what he says are the final specification of the phone. The biggest improvement over previous Pixel phones are the size of the batteries. The Pixel 6 will have a 4600 mAh battery, while the Pro 5000 mAh. The Google Pixel 6 will have a 6.4-inch AMOLED screen and just 2 cameras on the back, 50 megapixel main and 12 megapixel ultra-wide. Also 8 GB of RAM, and storage will be 128 GB and 256 GB. The Pixel 6 Pro will have a bigger 6.71-inch screen, presumably POLED coming from LG. It will have a 12 megapixel camera at the front, while the back will have 50 megapixel main, 48 megapixel telephoto, and 12 megapixel ultra-wide. Also 12 gigs of RAM, and plus 1 more storage variant, 512 gigs. Better than the Pixel 5, right? And of course Android 12 and 5 years of software updates. Lord, hold up, did you know now it's time for speed run? Huawei patents a smartphone with under-display selfie camera. Yay! ZTE is currently the only company selling a smartphone with a selfie camera hidden under the display. And now Huawei is on its way to join the race after patenting a smartphone with a UPC. The official documents came with illustration over at Let's Go Digital to create renders of the phone. The actual patent was filed with CNIPA. The image suggests this one is likely to be a mid-ranger. It looks a lot like the Honor X20 SE with its overall design. But of course, patents drawing don't have to reflect the actual upcoming product. So let's wait. Good news for students. ASUS will announce new products for students on July 15. ASUS is hosting a virtual launch event on July 15 to introduce new products in India for students. ASUS hasn't revealed how many products it will unveil, but the press note it sent to media says these products are designed for digital education and can integrate with learning, which all sounds like marketing. This new product for students will be sold exclusively through Flipkart, and the teaser image shared by ASUS hints at Chromebooks, but we might see tablets as well. Cool! Speaking of tablets, Realme Pad was just spotted in the wild. As we know, Realme Pad is coming real soon as the company shared some teasers. Now we have some unofficial leaked images of what appears to be the device out in the wild. We can see the back looks to be made from aluminum or some other metal alloy. The tablet's side appears squared off like the new iPhone or iPad. On the front, the top and bottom bezels are quite massive, but this could be a prototype, not the tablet's final design. So let's wait. Some bad news for you. Google will stop updating Play services for devices running Android Jelly Bean. Yep, that's right. Google will soon stop updating Play services for phones running Android Jelly Bean. This covers all 3 versions, 4.1, 4.2, and 4.3. But don't worry, the last update is scheduled for release at the end of August. Jelly Bean was first announced in 2012. Man, what a year! And it brought major improvements like Project Butter, Android Beam, and others. All 3 versions of Jelly Bean accounts for less than 1% of active Android devices, and Google isn't convinced that these are actually in use. So it doesn't matter anyway. This one's crazy. A sealed copy of The Legend of Zelda just sold for nearly $1 million. Precisely, it sold for $870,000 at auction. Man, the sealed copy of The Legend of Zelda for the NES just sold for $870,000 at Heritage Auction. auction, breaking the previous record for the most expensive game ever sold. That record was just back in April, when a copy of Super Mario Bros. Was auctioned for $660,000, which is 4 times more than the last record. Man, people's rich! As you know, all sort of collectibles have been taken on significantly increased value as of lately, especially NFTs, which are getting more popular each day with big dollars everywhere. So it's not a big surprise. Oh man, this episode is ending? Well, alright, at least there are more, right? Yep, so come back on Friday for more juicy tech news like this one and subscribe so you won't miss it. Peace out.